Okay, so in this video, I will be showing you guys how I make a table runner, and I'm showing you right now that I'm using these little scrap pieces and thread pieces, plus you can use onion bags, avocado bags, and just different things like that, and lemon bags, and I'm just kind of cutting everything up that I have and making this really cool looking tree, and I'm doing it on a 10.5 squared piece of jean fabric. And if you want a more detailed video on how I do this, I will put that on the end screen, and I show you guys in a smaller version of exactly how I'm doing this. So I'm just getting this prepared and getting it ready to make into a table runner. So what I'm using here is a water-soluble interfacing that helps me get everything stitched down without all the threads getting caught on the foot of the sewing machine, and is great. I love this. This is my little secret weapon that I use to make all my little scrappy trees and my little scrappy stuff that I've been making. So I just have it underneath my free motion foot on my machine, and I'm just going to start stitching it down. Now I'm taking my smaller trees that I've made and some jean fabric, and I'm going to stitch all these together to make one big block. I am overlapping each one about 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew them together. Now I'm taking the bigger tree and sewing it 1/4 inch over the top and sewing it to the 4 squares. I'm going to keep alternating back and forth and sewing them together until I get the table runner as long as I want it. I am cutting out fabrics that I'm ironing on to heat and bond, and we're going to cut them out with little flowers and birds that I want to applique onto the table runner. I will be adding Insulbrite to the middle of my table runner because I think it's going to be great to use for big dinners, Thanksgiving, anything like that. We're having a big party or something and a bunch of family over, and you could just put your table runner right in the middle and put all your hot pots and pans and everything just right on top of it because it already has the insulated Insulbrite in it. And I'll make sure to put the link down below and my Amazon links for the Insulbrite and for the water-soluble stabilizer. So I'll make sure that's all on my links below if you guys want to come check them out. But right now I'm just taking a zigzag stitch and stitching two pieces together because the Insulbrite wasn't long enough for my table runner. And I'm just doing a quick, just Frankenstein stitch together and zigzagging it. Now I am sandwiching up the backing, then the Insulbrite in the middle, and then the topper on top. So I'm getting that all sandwiched up, and I will take it outside, and I want to do a basting spray on all the layers just to baste them together. I am changing over to a walking foot because it makes it so it's so much easier when you're quilting your quilt tops or anything that you're making, table runners or even hot pads or anything like that. When you're quilting it together, it just runs all the fabric and pulls it all through evenly. So that's what I did, is change my foot over, and I'm going to start stitching it together. Now I'm adding my free motion foot on, and I will be doing some free motion quilting. So this one makes it really nice and easy, and you have to drop your feed dogs down so you have the freedom to move the fabric any way you want, and that just makes it so much nicer. So I will be doing some spirals on the jean fabrics little squares, and I'll be quilting the top of that down. If you guys are enjoying this video, please hit the like button. That does help me out a lot and gets my video out there more for others to see how to make this scrappy tree table runner. So thank you guys. That would be really much appreciated. So I will be using my walking foot for this part, where I'm going to zigzag all the way around the edge of the table runner, and it just makes it a lot easier to put your binding on after you have the whole edge just zigzagged all the way around. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I have a old pair of jeans that I am just cutting the seam off of it right there and getting it all just even. And I'm gonna cut 1.5 inch strips from it. And I really like the inside color of the jean because the outside was just too faded and just had some stains and stuff on it. So these are just a pair of my old jeans that are of my son's. I think there is his. And So, you know, there's grass stains and all kinds of stuff, but I'm just cutting them to 1.5 inches, and these are going to be for the binding around the whole table runner. So what I do is I place half of the binding that we're using for the jeans. I'm going to place half of it underneath and then flip the other half over the top. So this is a raw edge binding. So it will fray when I throw it into the washer and dryer, and it's just got a really cool look to it. So you just take one end, put it on the bottom, and take the other part and flip it over the top. And I'm doing a zigzag stitch all the way around it, but you could do a straight stitch if you want. So I just start in the middle somewhere. I don't start on the corners, and I just work my way all the way around, and I'll show you guys what I do when I get to the corners. So on the corners, I make sure to keep sewing about maybe 1/4 inch or a little bit more past. And then I just do a little back stitch there. And I go ahead and just take it off of my machine, cut the string, and then you take and you go ahead and take the corner and just grab the other side of it like that, and you're going to just fold the bottom part down and then the top part over, and then it just makes a nice mitered edge right there for you, and then you just sew it, and it's as easy as that. So here is the end result, and I think it turned out so fun. I love the little spirals that are sewn into it, and the flowers and the little birds. So you guys can just make up whatever you want to cut out of fabric and just sew it on top and do some fun little decorative stitching, and there you go. And you got yourselves the table runner. So what I like about this is that it is pretty much 99% recycled materials that I've used on here. The only thing that's not recycled is the back of the quilt, where I'll show you now. So this is just the back of the quilt, and it's just some fabric that my mother-in-law gave me. It's kind of like an upholstery fabric. It's a little thicker, and I just thought it would be perfect just to have on the back of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and have a great day.